We don't see much Moonin, we don't see much Lin Fei, and now we're seeing the best of the best on their characters. So let's see what happens in this set. Already, Guichabou instantly throwing away that cannon, going for those guitars. And it is going to be great for him because he puts him into the orange already. And is this going to be a zero death? I mean, he put him into the orange 10 seconds into the match.
Okay, at least one hit has been put out by Fakey. Another one as well. 2 Enlights. Not able to capitalize too much. 2 string weapons coming in here, but definitely one player playing better with their string weapon so far. But that control that Scythe has is starting to come into play here as Fakey turns things around. And
he actually
all of a sudden, Guichabou falls.
He could have lived if he just dodged up and left. But Fakey getting out a lead for himself with that offstage jam. And this set, oh my god, that Enlight to side sig. That's completely even now. He loves to use that side sig to get the KO off those Enlights. It's definitely one of the stronger moves to kill with on Lin Fei.
Yeah, very big catch as well. And now Fakey tries to chase down for a moment, but Guichabou's there to respond. Goes for the D-Sig, and Fakey doesn't have a response, and now we're seeing very blow-for-blow gameplay here as Fakey finds that classic Scythe string, a bit more damage tacked on as well. And Guichabou seems to be sort of afraid to land here against his Scythe. It delayed that option right so he could get onto the platform. And now Fakey, once again, holding the stage control.
Yeah, this set, or this game so far, sorry, is just so aggressive. Both these players, that D-Sig is going to send him flying off stage.
Done.
He died by that one D-Sig, and we saw how Fakey had an offstage game in the beginning, had a lead for himself, and now Guichabou firing back with an offstage game of his own. Let's see how he can extend this lead, and when Guichabou is extending his lead with those guitars, it is a consistent, just significant extension. Just how good he is with those guitars building damage.
We're starting to see it here a bit as well. Fakey entering that orange, not able to find a response here. Goes for the weapon pickup combo, but isn't able to find it. Needs some kind of solace here to find this knockout, but Guichabou just trying to run away with it. The recovery also not going to be enough. Fakey needs to stem the bleeding. Light's going to be punished as well.
He's trying to find that KO here, but it looks like Guichabou is just taking it so far to a point where it's one D-Light narrow away, and that's going to be the first game. That was such a quick game. They are playing so aggressive, but Guichabou is coming out on top with those reads.
Yeah, absolutely. And the question is, like, what does Fakey have to change to contend with that? Because going blow for blow at the start, it was working out for Fakey, but then the moment that Guichabou started to exert that pressure, Fakey just didn't really seem to have any form of response.
Yeah. And Guichabou saying he needs to wash his hands because he ate potatoes.
What?
So.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Do what you will with that information. But, yeah, I mean, so far, it looks like potato-fingered Guichabou is going crazy in this set so far. I mean, he's firing off with these guitar strings per usual. Killing with that cannon. Just a consistent game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fakey choosing to stick with this Moonin. I mean, Fakey isn't a player who has got like a super diverse legend pool, so honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if we don't see a pocket pick. And if you're Guichabou, you're sitting pretty. I mean, you're coming off a 2-stock victory that was very dominant towards the end. I mean, level 100 on the Lin Fei, no less. Expecting some very consistent Lin Fei gameplay coming in here, and Fakey needs to adapt.
Right. Yeah, he needs to end up avoiding these strings somehow, and needs to switch up his dodge pattern. Because right now Guichabou just has a great feel of these guitars against him right now. And when Guichabou has a good feel of the guitars and he's hitting those strings, that is just is danger. Because so much damage comes out of those every time.
Yeah, so far Fakey doing a good job of avoiding at least the starts of these strings here, as he has Guichabou starting to creep into this deep yellow, but still, I mean, every hit that Guichabou finds can just be timed so much. We saw it last game. Fakey, though, is going to be holding on to a lead here. That down air is going to give him the space. GCD light as well. Looking for the edge guard. Guichabou fades back and manages to dare into the wall.
A little bit of a misspaced dare from Fakey there. Now he's going to punish for it. Ooh, the inline end sig. That's a great read from Ronin. Covers so much. Now, Fakey building that lead for himself. Just that read alone. Having the bow in hand. And bow, I think, is a very good weapon against Guichabou because he does prime those guitars so often. You do have that range factor.
Oh!
That was such a... I love how he tried that, but sadly...
That was close.
Yeah, that dex is definitely going to be a favor of getting out of those moves that quickly. It's going to be hard to get those punishes. He does put him into the orange, though, and that's one thing about Lin Fei is you think that, you know, Guichabou hitting these reads constantly are so good, but the defense plays a big part as well because when you get hit on Lin Fei, you do take so much damage.
Catches.
Good side sig.
I'm always surprised by how low down that side sig can catch, and that makes it just like so much stronger for GC because I mean, even GC at that height, it'll catch someone standing on ground, and Fakey does full prey to it. No in hand does have Guichabou in a situation where the stock loss could be soon. The side sig just barely not good for now. Fakey over onto the side. Sort of the less favorable weapon for the knockouts here is, but while it does have lower force, does at least some KO combos. Capitalize on the fact that Fakey isn't able to find these one-hit KOs as easily.
Fakey trying to find the KO here. Maybe a D-Light gonna go out. Maybe a Sair. Right now, just anything would work. Recovery, is that gonna KO? No, it doesn't, but he's limited options here. The ground pound is gonna confirm as Guichabou tries to come back with that there. And now, Fakey with a slight lead for himself, grabbing that bow in hand, and he always likes to have this bow when he's extending this in. And I think, like I said before, that range factor, just keeping Guichabou away from you, constantly doing that damage, is the best way to do it. Because once he gets in on you, reads are a potential danger. It's already put him into the orange.
Yeah, it's looking a lot less favorable here for Guichabou, but does manage to catch the knockout there. Maybe sticking with these katana, this final stop. Fakey has a lot of breathing room here, a lot of room to work with. Guichabou just slowing it right down, starving out the weapons, forcing Fakey unarmed for the time being. Does manage to grab the bow. The side sig just gonna get caught by the side light for punishment.
Oh, oh no!
And Fakey getting caught on the bottom, but the stage spike. This is gonna be enough. Guichabou does fall, just reversing things right there.
Guichabou overextended with that guitar read and ended up suffering for it. It could have. There's two ways that could have went, which is he could have got the comeback read, or he, you know, that happens. So, I mean, the trade-off risk was worth it, but in the end, you know, it did not work out. So
it's just dawned on me with the stances these guys are running. They have the exact same stats.
Wait, what? The exact same?
Unless I'm
that's
absolutely
crazy.
Blind, I think it's actually the exact same stat lineup. Wait,
that's kind of actually crazy. I didn't even know that.
I didn't think Ronin had stats.
Yeah, me either.
To Lin Fei, but apparently so.
Me either. These guys are on the same wavelength right now. But Fakey.
Maybe not.
Yeah, never mind. Fakey. Showing that he has that unarmed to do that damage even when he doesn't have a weapon. That
ground pound?
That was a crazy ground pound right there. But
surely that was supposed to be a D-Sig, right?
Surely. I'm not going to guarantee anything. Oh. Sair goes out there. Recovery on the unarmed and just chasing Guichabou down right now is working out for him so well. Now on that bow again to extend the lead. Let's see if he can successfully do it once again. Getting that Sair off the side light. But Guichabou taking him off stage. Ooh, tries to go for that DCR. Would have been great to come back in the game. But Fakey's not playing too dangerous right now. Just getting good hits, backing up off of them. Playing super safe with his bow. And that's the way you want to play against a person like Guichabou. Because right now, look, it's so
much
successful.
of damage.
And like Ensig tries to get that kill, but even when he doesn't find that kill right there, he still has such a big lead to play with. Guichabou finding that read, doesn't get the confirm off of it. And now he's gonna have to go for this edge guard. D6's gonna do it. Now Guichabou had to play a perfect stock here.
I mean, we said that Fakey needed to adapt after game 1. Fakey, I mean, it's so far looking like it's happened. And now Guichabou
Yeah.
for the first time in a little while, opting for the cannon and does not manage to play it for long, as the splash on that D-Sig does actually take him out. And now Fakey sticking with a sizable lead here. Going to be maintaining that pressure with the bow, going to be holding on to it.
Yeah, and I feel like the bow has been such a big factor when he's getting that lead extension. You see here, he is just doing so well with zoning right now. Guichabou is struggling to find a way in.
For sure, and I mean, even though Fakey is now entering the reds, it's still like Guichabou is not healthy on this final stock. Even if Fakey is to fall now, which it might be the other way around here, will be able to have so much room to work with on this final stock if he does fall, but it won't even happen. Returns the favor of that red 2 stock from game 1, and Fakey all of a sudden 2 games in a row.
Yeah, and it feels like those games went by just so quick, honestly. Like, Fakey did such a good job of playing that scythe, then picking up the bow to extend the lead, and it's flowing so well for him right now, and there's not much Guichabou is doing about it, or can do about it. He needs to adapt to Fakey's bow right now. That is the main problem for him. That's what's making him take so much damage in these lead extensions. If he doesn't do that, I think Fakey is going to end up taking the set.
Yeah, it's looking. I mean, we're seeing another case that we mentioned prior with Balloon Boy of the drip change instead of a legend swap, and now over onto Small World's End for game number 4. And this is one of those new maps we're seeing in the map pool, but one that I think a lot of players have taken to quite quickly because of its similarity to Small Brawl. And opening up here, Fakey will find the bow, which is the weapon they have been favoring the most. Guichabou on the Katars. We're seeing it again, this zoning, this spacing coming out of Fakey is working out quite well, but finally Guichabou starting to find some strings, starting to return the damage.
About getting that dodge and read.
Dodge read.
It's going to put Fakey into the orange here. Oh, Fakey trying to take it off stage. Doesn't manage to get the hit after, but continuing it. Guichabou doesn't have a dodge off stage. Fakey does not manage to find a hit. Now back to neutral here. Fakey finding that reverse there. Just trying to take him off stage with the scythe right now. That is where he's finding most of those hits. First dare. That is a terrible mistake for Guichabou. He's going to use that GC and get punished for it to get executed on that first stock there.
That's such a niche factor of that SIG as well. The fact that if you charge it for longer, your character's going to fly higher and further. If he had done the uncharged version of that SIG, he might not have been able to get caught by that sidelight. But will be able to clean up the stock regardless. We're taking a little bit of damage here and priming these guitars.
Let's see what he can do with these guitars. You know, the whole time we've seen... Oh, okay, he's finally hitting that read. That dare's there! Is it going to be enough? No, Fakey gets back with the recovery. It is completely even, still even after that big string from Guichabou. Just showing how much he has to come back from here. There, and like, a little bit even right now. Side sig, that's going to KO! It drags him so far that it would just KO so easily there. This is... tournament stock for Guichabou. Oh wait.
Oh, he's playing like it. Manages to find that side sig again. For once, we are seeing such a back and forth game. It's definitely a big discrepancy between these two players, like play styles. We're seeing Guichabou trying to like just sort of go for these like very explosive reads and strings. Meanwhile, when Fakey's on this bow, it's a lot more sort of death by 1,000 cuts of just finding this zoning in this space. But with the scythe, not so much. Fakey trying to take control, making use of that active input to do so.
Fakey's still dodging in.
String.
Still completely even. He's gonna get punished for that. The GC N-Sig to chase! Fakey taking it with the GC N-Sig unexpectedly, catching Guichabou in the air. that was such a good opportunity to capitalize on, and that's going to win in the set. Definitely deserved there. Fakey moving on to Grands.